Our next presenter is Mr. Ashish SAXENA, Nanyang Technological University, for breaking the wall of carotid artery stenosis screening.
Running along the neck, carotid artery is mainly responsible for supplying blood to the brain. When a stenosis happens, it leads to complete choke of blood to the brain or even dislodging of the stenosis tissue to the cerebral vessels. This causes irreversible damage to the brain tissue or may even lead to a stroke. Speaking of these diagnoses, currently we use carotid ultrasound. However, it comes with its own limitations such as need for a trained personnel. It takes about 30 to 60 minutes of time and it costs around 200 to 700 US dollars. Now what if I tell you that we have come up with something that is going to be automated and easy to use? It will take only a few seconds to perform the examination and it will cost 1/10 the cost of currently available examination. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you infrared thermography. Infrared thermography, where in a non-contact and non-invasive manner, we collect the thermal images of the skin surface and relate it to the presence of a stenosis in the artery. When a stenosis happens, there happens to be reduction in blood flow, which is captured in low temperature on the skin surface. Using this in past, a sensitivity of 57% has been achieved in 1973. Now, what interests me the most is the fact that even with the huge development of in thermal cameras, image processing techniques, and classification algorithms, there hasn't been even a single research in last few decades in this field. Now, I took this as a challenge for my PhD work and came up with a parametric thermal image feature extraction method, which is fed into a machine learning algorithm. And finally, we could achieve a classification sensitivity of 90% with an accuracy of 94%. Now, the possible impact this technology could make is in the mass screening of asymptomatic patients. Asymptomatic patients where, in lieu of any symptoms, the disease could become really fatal and deadly. The only solution is to mass screen the highly risk population. And to do so in the current scenario, using carotid ultrasound, we are going to save only 230 strokes per annum in UK, that too at the cost of 21 million US dollars. Hence, the economics doesn't justify the use of such mass screening. However, I believe with the either thermography-based screening tool, we could actually justify the economics versus the advantage of such screening, and we will break the wall of carotid artery stenosis. At last, we will be saving that one single life that is as important as saving thousands for the cost we are going to pay. Thank you.
What data sets are you using to justify your diagnosis and prognosis on your AI algorithms?
Sorry.
What data sets
what,
are you using to justify your machine learning and your algorithms?
Yes, so we have actually collected data at a hospital in Singapore. It's a prospective study where we recruited around 60 patients, and currently this result is on 80 samples that we have captured, and this is preliminary in nature. We will collect more data and have more strength in our results later. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ashish.